This is a team that started as a meme team, kinda spicy, but ended up being new meta actually for Great League. So I decided to make a video around it because of how strong this team can be against various lead opponents. So overall, Giratina up in front can easily be replaced with Kofagrigus if you have one, because they're basically the same Pokemon sharing the same weaknesses, and of course the Dragon typing might actually be kinda better on Giratina, but you're not gonna regret the single Ghost typing on your Kofagrigus as well. Over here you can see that we're utilizing Feraligatr on Shadow as our damage dealer, while we still got a Fearow at the very end. Most of you might already be imagining this team as a spicy team because of Fearow, but at the same time this Pokemon absolutely surprised a lot of my opponents because it carries the moves of Steel Wing, Aerial Ace and Drill Run for massive damage against those lanterns. So I guess that you can always count on it on the closing part, especially with Feraligatr as your main safe pick and safe switch. Over here now, Quagsire is gonna unleash the true power of its own. With the Stone Edge we managed to block correctly here, over farming as much as we can, while in the process we're gonna get hit by the Aqua Tail. Of course it doesn't matter much because we have so much energy stored up, one Aerial Ace to do massive damage on the remaining HP that they have, and one more to secure the victory up against Shadow Gligar. Into the next battle now, trainers, with Giratina facing a Frostlass. This is obviously not the best outcome for us, so I'm just gonna switch out to my Feraligatr. At this point I thought I was lagging, that's why I blocked, otherwise I would just let the Avalanche go through, but at the same time this Hydro Cannon is gonna do so much damage on them, so they need to double block, otherwise they go down. One shield is out, now Frostlass will follow the Fatal Fate, and of course now we got then the Feraligatr of their own coming into the battle. This is Great League after all, so every single charge attack deals so much damage on glassy Pokemon, so we're just gonna go down, but not before we destroy that Feraligatr with our moves. Shadow Claw damage is insane from our Giratina, able to do some cheap damage over the Abomasnow, and to be honest this is the main plan I want to follow. I want to do some cheap damage with the Ominous Wind so that I can easily farm down with my super effective Steel Wings from Fearow. So Fearow overall is gonna be a pretty decent choice for the entire Great League, and let's see now how we can utilize it up against that Bastiodon, because first we need to throw whatever we can with our Giratina. I am in no mood at all at switching out to my Feraligatr, because seeing that Bastiodon makes me think that at the back has to be at least one grass type and most probably a Shadow Victreebel. So by destroying down here Bastiodon we can have the upper hand on the alignment, and my opponent emerges into the battle with that amazing good looking Shadow Ninetales. So at this point I'm just gonna take whatever move they throw. I know this has to be just a Weather Ball, so it is resisted, and right after we can count a lot on the Hydro Cannon to grab the shield and do massive damage now with our Steel Wings. Down they go with that amazing farm down, and finally Shadow Victreebel emerges into the battle. All we need to do at this point is to go ahead, block their move, reach to a couple of Aerial Aces for no reason, and still grab a pretty huge victory with our Fearow. I'm telling you, this Pokemon is good news for the meta of Great League and the most underrated pick that exists right now. So here comes now Gligar once again on Shadow. Aerial Ace can easily be taken, and after that move I'm not gonna throw any charge attack at all. Instead, I'm just gonna switch out to my Feraligatr, because that way we can have a much healthier environment against our opponent, and we meet up with a Chargeback on the switch. Not only that, but we also grab the shield, go for the second Hydro Cannon for massive damage on the CMP, which is pretty great for our Giratina because now we can easily farm down with our moves. Now let's get to our Shadow Ball. Oh my goodness, that was the Ominous Wind, but still it is gonna be able to be enough to grab that final personal shield of theirs out of the game. So another move, this time it is gonna be the Shadow Ball to finish off Gligar, and now with Annihilate remaining at the very end, all we need to do is to reach to a single Aerial Ace and finish them off in combination with a few Steel Wings. So they stand no chance at all because they are shieldless and we still got one more shield remaining. Into the next battle now with that Lickitung up in front. I guess that all we have to do here is to go ahead and switch out to our Feraligatr because Lickitung is just gonna wall down completely our Ghost type up in front. Even if you have the Gofagrigus up in front instead of Giratina, you are still gonna find yourself in a pretty tough spot, so always count on your Feraligatr for the switch. Now we're having a Azumarill coming in, and this is why I prefer Shadow Feraligatr over the regular one. It can do so much more work against those water types, and of course even when resisted, those Hydro Cannons when they're coming back to back can be kinda of a pressuring scenario for a lot of opponents. Not only that, but over here we can also survive one charge attack and completely farm down in the process. They come into the battle now with the Lickitung, so all we have to do is to reveal our Fearow. To my surprise, they got a Frostlass at the very end, so my Steel Wings can be kinda super effective to that Pokemon. However, the Avalanches are coming back to back and they can easily one-shot us down when we got no shields at all. So over here I will try to do a lot of damage on their end, but we cannot because instead we need to go down, throw the Ominous Wind here with our Giratina, finish them off, and right immediately after we can get our hands on that Shadow Ball for a little bit of extra push, but unfortunately for us we have nothing else to throw here or HP to survive with, so down we go to a very skillful opponent. Into the next battle now with a Decidueye up front. I guess that this is gonna be looking like a pretty cool battle for us because we can hold them down almost completely. So now with Skarmory coming into the game, those Sky attacks are gonna connect for a lot of damage on my Feraligatr, but at the same time I know that I can survive one, so in the process I'm just gonna block here, I guess. No, I'm just gonna let my Feraligatr go down and still rely on the farm down from my Fearow. So Drillrun here is gonna do so much damage on the Lantern, and they are not gonna expect it as it seems, because down goes a nice chunk from that Lantern. So overall here you can see that Fearow can be a flyer that can be utilized as a pure anti-electric type Pokemon, which is pretty great if you ask me, and with Drill Run you also get coverage against steel types, which is something that most of those flyers cannot do. Only Gligar can do that, and not in the most effective way because Fearow hits much harder than Gligar. So over here now Lantern has nothing else to do, and it is just gonna top left this battle with its trainer. Into the final one now, catching a very good lead up in front with that Whiscash, and as long as they are not gonna overfarm for a Blizzard, trust me when I say this, some people run Blizzard on their Whiskashes, we're just gonna be fine here with our Giratina. So Shadow Ball is gonna be blocked, Gligar comes into the battle, and of course all we need to do is to switch out to our Feraligatr. We know that one move can easily be taken while all those CMPs can be run towards our favor. So at this point I'm just gonna block in return because I can easily destroy down the remaining HP that Gligar is having without them sweating at all, because yeah, they're just gonna go down in a simple move. Now with Fearowfor coming into the game, before the farm was down, we managed to get our hands on that cheap Hydro Cannon, able to do a little bit of extra damage on them, resist it as well, but Shadow Feraligatr just doesn't care. And now with my Giratina coming into the battle, I'm pretty sure that whatever they throw can be resisted. So now with Shadow Ball able to destroy them down, Whiscash comes now into the battle, and as long as they cannot charge up to that Blizzard range, we are gonna be just fine, because Fearow with that Drill Run is gonna deal so much damage on that poor Whiscash, and we managed to get a pretty solid victory if you ask me, with Fearow as our closer. That is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching, for sticking around till the end with me. It really means a lot for my channel, but before you go, leave a huge like, subscribe to my content, and check any of these 2 videos that I have already prepared for you. Till the next time, take care, trainers.